So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Go to Antique Obsessions for the hottest in jewelry, antiques, repurposed, solid sterling silver, one-of-a-kind, handmade by Bruce and Jah Jah. Go to our Facebook, which is Antique Obsessions, or you can go to Etsy.com and go to Antique Obsessions, one word, or type it into your Google and find us there. Thanks.
Tribal, primitive, rustic, Burning Man, punk rock. Conceptual subculture for the edgiest, most cutting-edge designs of jewelry today. Go to Etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or one word, either by going to Google or search Etsy, ETSY.com, and type in one word, conceptual subculture. You will find the hottest designs using natural stones with wire wrap rings, rough, raw, genuine, semi-precious gemstone jewelry, solid sterling silver, copper, leather, orgonite, bracelets, pendants, chokers, men's copper cups with sterling accents, eco-friendly, repurposed, original, one-of-a-kind design earrings. Support MBN by going to Conceptual Subculture on Etsy.
Warning, everything I say is fucking crazy and should not be reinterpreted or reenacted because you will be either shot or NDAA'd. Warning.
You don't need to watch the show Stranger Things to know that we live in an upside-down world. A world where 10-year-olds are now putting on makeup, and these are 10-year-old boys, and you have the flies turning gay over the temperature. You live in the upside down.
So depressed. I don't know what to do. Hey, go for it, man. It's easy for you to say you got the promotion. Look, it'll come, all right? Just don't worry about it.
The feeling is definitely there. It's a new morning in America. Fresh, vital. The old cynicism is gone. We have faith in our leaders.
About to incite a riot. Make some noise, break up the silence. Scream and shout, no being quiet. Spread the facts until you buy it. Come to my den, I got toys for torture. We drink the blood fresh just to stay immortals. We bring a thug fest, calling all New Yorkers. And keep a bayonet for the future slaughters. Take your bets, the players make them offers. Heads or tails, your life is on a quarter. All the king's men tally up their horses. Forging ahead with a secret missile launching. Off to Georgia and start to cross the borders. In my bedroom, I'm making all the orders. If you come, you won't make it till morning. Get the picture, maybe kinda sort of. Ski mask, check. Extra filter, check. Scissors, check. Duct tape, check. H2O, check. Ammo, check. Ropes, check. Concealer, check. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. You're gonna get it, turn in your weapons. I'm under pressure, don't you forget it. I got the right moves, I know what you do. You know I love you, but I'll still sue you. Don't take your questions unto a guru. I'll keep you guessing and give you two screws. Don't try to stop me, you cannot block me. But do you not see?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show, serving up a side of southwestern country hash with chili con carne, some trills and thrills. You're listening to Bruce Montalvo.
And Jah Jah.
That's right. And Jah Jah. Say hi, Jah Jah.
I just did.
What's up?
What's up? It is December 1st, 2017. And what's up? What's happening? What's up? Today is called Witchy. Why don't you get right into it? Witchy.
Yeah, what about it? Your mother?
Things are getting witchy, aren't they?
That's right.
Why don't you tell our audience what you're going through?
I don't know. Why don't you tell it? Because it's not my mother.
Look, I'm asking, okay,
it's
if
not
we're
my
already going to
mother.
start off on a
it's
bad
not-
note, I'm asking you to tell the fucking audience what my whore of a mother did to you. Now go ahead and talk, because I have a huge listenership now.
Okay,
so don't
but-
start no shit.
I-
Tell people how witchy things are getting.
Well, Bruce's mother decided to
I'm pissed.
attempt to file a restraining order on me using nonsensical bits of information that the judge even denied. They said that she doesn't have enough facts, but I still have to go to a hearing. I still had to file a response. I still had to pay $200. I still had to have a couple of sleepless nights.
And I still had to go to the dark side and turn to a Palero, which is why this show is called Witchy. And things just got real witchy on the Bruce Montalvo show, folks. We're living in the upside down. I mean, this is stranger than Stranger Things. I mean, how strange is it that a mother sues her son and then sues his son's wife? And then sues his son's wife. How strange is that?
Well, it's very strange. Especially when her name is Isa.
Anyway, I'm not on some, like, stupid high school bullshit, like little schoolboy
Very
bullshit.
serious.
Because I'm serious about this shit, okay? So if I sound like I'm gonna lash out at you, like, even over the radio, you know, it's because I am. I'm ready to attack. Like, I'm ready to just bite someone's fucking head off. Like a pit bull dog.
It's very sick what his mother did.
And they're attacking my wife, bro. This is...
This is because I bought presents
Yes.
for his daughter. I literally spent like hundreds. We spent $100 on his kid because she was reading really well, and you know that she said the teacher's complimenting her on her reading. So I went and bought her clay, and then I bought her some bookmarks, and then I bought her some. She started making these incredible creatures that are out of her own imagination without any prompting, and I just knew she liked clay because I'm an artist, so I just knew it. She was over here, and she had a real knack for it.
Anyway, the kid said that my mother's lighting candles, black magic candles, and I know that my mother prays to the Guadalupe, which is basically Isis, the Assyrian succubus, Isis. The Guadalupe is the Black Madonna. And we're going to get into it. I had to go to a Palero.
He didn't do anything for you, though.
He didn't do anything. He just gave me some advice. I mean, I wouldn't... Excuse me. I told you, she's trying to run over my voice here. I mean, I have to... Seriously, you have to, like, pay, like, $3,000 fucking dollars to one of these assholes. So, yeah, they were nice or whatever, you know. I talked to a guy that I thought was legit and cool. But I'm not going to end up paying them $3,000 to do some shit I could do myself.
Yeah. You know...
He had a lot of insightful things to say, a lot of knowledge that he dropped. A lot of knowledge. I mean, this is basically what my mother's doing to me. She is like a monkey. Jesus. She's making noise next to my fucking microphone. Walk out there, because I'm trying to tell a fucking story. Stop making noise over the fucking mic. My mother is like a goddamn monkey throwing rocks at me from a tree. Well, I'm very, disturbed here. Oh, she's making noise over the mic. I'm sick of it. You're gonna work somewhere else. It's time to do the Bruce Montalvo show.
No, it's too much time for me.
Okay, exactly what I said. I have like so many new listeners, and you're starting to find out why things are happening to me. I got witches everywhere, literally. So here's the thing. My mother, you see, I can't even finish a story because I just can't, with my co-host. Sorry. My mother, okay, that's like the third time I try to say it. Unbelievably embarrassing for me, right? I co-host. Wow. Again, my mother is like a fucking monkey throwing rocks at me when I'm like sitting down trying to have a picnic. She's throwing a bunch of rocks at me. not letting me, eat my crumpets and drink my tea. It's crazy. So I went to this guy, this Polero. They call these guys tatas. They call these guys all sorts of names. Okay, they call them tatas, meaning men, or yayas, right? You know one on this show. They call them yayas. They call them, this is according to the Polero religion. Yayas are women and Poleros are tatas. And these are priests of Palo, known as Poleros. This is like a Haitian, basically voodoo religion. Okay, they set up these altars, and they have many. The Cubans, the Haitians, they set up these altars and pray to these deities. One of these deities is known as Siete Rayos. Now the Polero told me, because it was my mother, he was like, you might want to go with the Mother of God or Mother of Water, ritual. And as I spoke, I kept speaking. I said, no, man, this is not your typical mother. This is a woman that wants to throw my wife and I head first into a wood chipper. And I told them everything. I was telling them throughout my life, my experiences with this devil of a mother that I have that's now kidnapped my child and is litigious, frivolous, in court now, saying that my wife punched her. When she didn't say that, actually. You see, if I had a co-host that wasn't rambling like an idiot, in the background, I'd be able to have a nice conversation. Well, what my mother actually said was that my wife just got angry, and then that in her world equated to a permanent restraining order. We're totally gonna defeat her. I'm totally gonna throw nails over a bull's tongue so that she can't speak. Just saying. Oh, but literally, let's get witchy with it. He was saying, I'm going to do a Mother of Agua. And I said, no, this woman is too evil, far too evil. Her intentions are far too dark for my wife and I. And as I told that to the Polero, whatever Divic or whatever he was speaking to, whatever spirit guides he was channeling, they said, pure enemy. I pretend that my mother is my pure enemy. It felt for real. We gave him a couple of bucks, but as I kept telling him just the severity of what it's like to deal with this mother, I mean, she's, insane. Permanent restraining orders. My co-host got a permanent restraining order. This show is so dangerous that the co-host has a restraining order. How about that? I mean, but it's not valid. It's not valid. We're going to go to court, and you just got to hope that the judge already denied the restraining order against Jah Jah, but he's not gonna override another judge. But it's true. The spirit told this Polero that my mother was a pure enemy, So he requested a rompimiento. Now, rompimiento is an interesting ritual. Rompimiento is, it's said to, that's when you bury a cadaver, right? But in a magical sense, the ritual is to break the curse that was set upon you. Hence, rompimiento, which in Spanish means break. So, in the end, I advise you to look into these things yourself, because in my case, I'm very connected to my mother. My mother's attacking me. So if I tell some other guy to go do some works for me, it's not going to have the same effect. Now, he might have been able to open up some type of window into the ethereal plane to let these deities, see what's going on. And the Polero also said, hey, don't be afraid to go dark on this bitch. Okay, so he said it. He said, don't be afraid to tap into the power of the dark side. And I felt it. I told him, I said, look, there's no way we could do the Mother of Agua ritual towards my mother or whatever, because she's just far too evil, far too litigious, using my 10-year-old child as revenge, making my child talk bad about me, and then creating this dynamic where I can't talk bad about her, but she could talk bad about her paternal parents, and make up lies constantly about adults, such as my wife and I. It is just it has gotten to a point of dire circumstances, and that is when people turn to these poleros, these witch doctors, these shamans for help, because they are like the middleman between the deities, you and the deities, and the deities that can help you, protect you. There's so much. There's protection spells. There's candle magic. There's it's interesting because with the candle magic, I did a blessing for my wife and I. I use these white candles, and the candle wax, you're supposed to watch it because that's where the magic is. Somehow it connects stronger to the spell if you watch the flame or you watch the candle burn. And in Egyptian mythology, the crocodile represents fierce protection. So it's interesting, in these candles that I lit while my mother was attacking with her frivolous, litigious actions, these candles burned in the form of crocodiles, in the form of alligators. If you go back to ancient Egypt, that is fierce protection. They symbolize fierce protection. So when you do candle magic, you first of all, you want to stay there and look at the candle, because you don't want your fucking house to go up in flames, do you? No. So you want to do that. Plus, you're connecting yourself more to the spell. You have to feel like you're tired, like you got in a street fight after a spell, and then forget about it. And then forget about it the next day, and it has more power. Okay? And I bet you didn't know, this is for all you Bible thumpers out there, I bet you didn't know that the Bible is literally a book of spells. It literally is. It is a book of spells. The Psalms in the Bible, in the scriptures, are incantations. They are you could even curse. Yes, they are even curses, folks. Like, for instance, Psalm 109. Okay? Just looked up the Psalm 109. It's known as the cursing spell. That's right, the cursing psalm. Okay? It says Psalm noted for containing some of the most severe curses in the Bible. So you know what? If you want a curse in the Bible, it doesn't say fuck, shit, fuck, shit, fuck. It has some curses. If someone wronged you, you read Psalm 109 and you commend yourself to God, and God cursing this son of a bitch or whoever fucked you over. First they gotta fuck you over. Okay? You can't just fuck over somebody that didn't have it coming to him. I mean, this person has to be like an extreme pain in the ass. Like what I was trying to say. That my mother literally is like a monkey, fucking spider monkey in a tree, throw grapefruits at me, and all I'm trying to do is have a fucking picnic with Jah Jah. And this monkey's throwing shit at me from a tree. It's not hitting me, but it's falling all around me, messing up my fucking goddamn picnic, and I'm sick of it. So, what do you do to somebody that's shitting all over your life like this? Well, spiritual person that wants some real get back would read Psalm 109. Okay, there's many cursing psalms. The cursing psalms. Okay, you just go through them in the Bible. There's tons of them. You got Psalm 7, Psalm 48, Psalm 52, Psalm 53, Psalm 59. You see, I am not on some high school bullshit where you just want me to talk about Matt Lauer doing cocaine and showing his dick to people. No, I am going to tell you what you need to know, what they don't want to tell you. This is what this show does. Okay? If you want to curse somebody, you don't have to go to a fucking Polero and spend $3,000. You can talk to them. They're very insightful. Hopefully you don't get a dick. But this is the nitty gritty. This is what you want. Okay, you open up the Bible, and they say, "Oh, don't curse." Well, it's full of curses. Okay, it doesn't say fucking shit, but there's full of curses here to help you stop some of these people that are hurting your life. Hey, Psalm 7, for instance, is used to overcome enemies, especially those who plot against one secretly. So there you go. I know what psalm I'm going to do as soon as I get off of this show. Psalm 7. Okay, and there you go to Psalm 48, to undo envious enemies. Okay, and it's used to strike fear into your enemies. You could use all these psalms in one big, spirit bomb to attack your enemy. Okay, because if you go around, you're like a leave me the hell alonist. Okay, you don't fuck with nobody as long as they don't take your shit or punch you in the face. These are the perfect spiritual weapons for you. Okay, you just pick up the Psalms. If you're already familiar, if you're a freaking Catholic, you're a freaking Christian that doesn't practice anymore because, of all the boy diddling in the Vatican, and there's still a Bible there and someone's fucking with you, they won't leave you alone. They're impeding upon your happiness and your pursuit of happiness. You have every right to defend yourself spiritually. And these Psalms are right in the freaking Bible. Okay? Psalm 59, using Psalm with several candles as a ritual. Then Psalm 93 used in legal cases. Psalm 100, you can overcome enemies and obstacles. That's why they say that it's the word of God that you should, like in Psalm 118, for instance, it says that, you give thanksgiving to God for his reliance on God rather than your own human strength. So you're over there pumping up your fucking muscles. You think you're the baddest, raddest son of a bitch. Well, you gotta just know that God has a bigger set of balls than you. Okay, nobody out there has a bigger set of balls than God. So if you commend yourself to God, if you drop on your knees, okay, not like the way the damn Vatican forced the Sephardim to do it, but if you truly fall on your knees and you look up at the sky and you say, God, please stop this evil woman from destroying my life, guess what God's going to do? As long as you realize that his strength is everything and means everything, and it could just totally encompass and override your pathetic human strength, then guess what? He's going to lift you up and he's going to turn you into a God, a human God. Because in that freaking scripture, in those scriptures lies the power. If you're truly pure-hearted and you don't fuck anybody over, like I said, the power lies there for you to totally be protected from any evil. You don't know how special you are as a human being, folks. Okay? And these Psalms have been with man for a very long time for a reason now, because they are truly a book of spells. It's, like I said, it's a very upside down world, and we're going to live in it. Okay? Bring you some country southwestern barbecue trail mix, folks. You see there, I'm starting to sound like Zach Wilde. You see, I was really pissed off at the beginning of the show. It's just dealing with this. It's just been eating away at me. Having to. I'm talking to freaking Poleros, for fuck's sakes. Okay, it's just unbelievable and completely over the top with it. The shit I got to deal with on my mother's half. It's just, she won't stop. She's totally trying to disparage my relationship with my daughter, and she's just a maniacal liar. Questioning my daughter, pumping her for information endlessly, terrorizing her. Okay, and all because we sent 10 gifts to my daughter. Like Jah Jah said at the beginning of the show, before I was an ass to her, to be creative. And it was almost as an act of jealousy from my mother to shut things down Okay? Because, I mean, seriously, she wants, like, Ruby to be in a room. That's my kid. She wants my kid to be in a freaking room all day, like trying to remote view stuffed animals. I don't know. Anyway, Jah Jah's somewhere. And I would like her to come join me because I just threw out a lot of occult knowledge. And nobody just wants to hear me, just rambling on. So, okay, where's all the occult knowledge? Well, I would like to see what my co-host thinks of all the occult knowledge I laid down. You see why I was so pissed? There was so much in my brain festering, Jah Jah, that I had to just let it out.
Okay, but Bruce, I was working on some bracelets with crystals.
I know.
Stop talking, please. Now I'm talking.
Just
These
don't
are crystals and
work near the microphone, that's all.
Okay.
Makes a sound.
But I have to make these crystal bracelets.
And I don't know if you know, but we have.
Magical.
I don't know if you know, but we have top-notch sound now. I hooked up the sound the other night. Now it comes completely through the mics. I don't know. I had my head up my ass for like 2 years, and I didn't know how to put the freaking sound together. So now I see you, and you're over there chopping away. Again, we make the most beautiful jewelry. You heard earlier we had a little discussion. Jah Jah left the station for a second because she's making jewelry. She doesn't stop. I don't want her.
Well, make a good custom order, and
I don't want her to, like freaking bust out the jackhammer next to the microphone. Anyway, go on, Jah Jah. What do you think of all the knowledge I just dropped? I mean, was it heavy duty?
Yeah, it was very good. But Bruce didn't say that we found this guy, this Polaro on YouTube. He was very well spoken.
Hey, he might even be on the show. Later on, he might be a guest.
So I'm just saying that, we did pay like a basic consultation fee, but, what the one thing about, then he wanted more money, but to do the actual work. Now, I never believed in having to pay that much money on anybody.
I mean, the top-notch witches in the world. Let's not fucking sugarcoat it here. I mean, we're friends with Judica Ellis, and she's going to be on the show. We just confirmed her. Lori Bruno. We're friends with her, too. Big heavy duty.
I have a friend back home named
Big League.
He's a Polaro, and he would charge me even $75 for a consultation.
But I don't know about good old
please,
our good old dude.
You haven't seen what he's done.
No, well he walked up to me in Brooklyn after saying, "Hey man, I did a bath of acid," and he shows me his hand. It's like melting off his hand. I'm like, are you okay, dude?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's a little out there, that guy.
Well, that was. He was never.
He was walking around like a fucking zombie.
You saw him probably at his lowest.
I mean, it's like all the 72 demons are flying around him and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you go too dark and you start helping people for the wrong. Anyway, the fact is that just by talking to this guy, you see, I also knew the very famous Paglini.
Oh yeah.
And Evelyn Paglini, was a very famous
Well,
witch.
she was known as the Good Witch.
Yeah, she's amazing. And
she rapped, didn't she? Or
no.
Oh, that's Lori Bruno.
No.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, they all kind of rap. That's the thing.
No, she didn't, Bruce. But anyway,
through incantations, they all kind of do rap. I've heard it.
Okay, but Paglini said that you don't need to actually do a spell. In fact, if you visualize it so clearly, it's almost as if the act is done. Because I remember her speaking to me, or speaking in an interview on Coast to Coast once, actually, about a blind woman called in, and she started talking about, she was asking about how do I light candles if I'm blind, you know? And there are candles, they're colored candles, they mean different things. And then she said right there that you don't need to do anything in the physical world except just to imagine it. So when the Polaro was actually going through the reading with you, and he read your mother's energy completely, because he was going one way to try to keep it. His conscious mind was trying to keep it like, let me give you a spell for her, let me work on...
Since it is your mother.
Yeah, because she's like family,
yeah,
and it's like blood, and, you don't want to go too crazy because, it's too sensitive. And as he kept hearing the two of us talk, he got a read of something way darker. He started pulling out a lot of information and telling Bruce what deities to
he was going to go to. Now, I had already spoken to my friend Judika Ellis, and she had already whispered to me what saints in her book. She's got a book called Saints, Sages, and what is it called?
Mystic Saints and Sages.
Mystic Saints and Sages is one of her big books. She was discussing which ones to go to. She said, "Hey, your mother-in-law, she's a mess. Go look, talk to this, and this."
So the witch community is already subconsciously aware, actually fully aware. Now that of this evil that I'm dealing with. I mean, it's just like I said, it's just totally over the top.
Right. And Paglini once said, and she passed away a few years ago, but she definitely said, you do not have to go through the motions. You can literally, like the show Stranger Things, you can literally put a blindfold on your eyes and visualize the entire spell. You don't have to get the spices, the herbs, the candles.
Oh, and you don't have to pay the guy $3,000 to do a rompimiento. Okay, you can do a Haitian, Cuban, Polero rompimiento yourself. Okay, if someone put a curse on you, okay, here I am telling you the truth and nothing but the truth. I'm not gonna give you some schoolboy little bitch bullshit like other fucking shows. Okay, if someone put a spell, a dark spell on you, you take some of your clothes. They don't have to be your best clothes. It could be your raggedy white shirt or whatever, and maybe you take some sage. And, you do the proper incantation over the clothes.
Well, Polero means...
And that can help break the spell.
Polero, it means rubbing of sticks.
Yes.
I mean, now if you were blind, you could rub some sticks, but,
The Spanish word palo, stick, applied to religion in Cuba. So it's Cuba. You've been telling me not Haitian, but they do the palo in
Cuba.
Haiti's voodoo, right?
Haiti's voodoo. I was in Haiti,
right,
I actually have photographs of a witch.
I don't want to give people fake news. So
I have a witch. I was taking photos when I was hanging out in Haiti, and I was taken to a witch doctor situation community, and they're really dark. They're really.
So I'm having to go to a fucking Bobo Shanti for my fucking mother.
Yeah,
it's fucking unreal.
Bobo Shanti's like, well, whatever. I mean,
I need a magic man. That's what I'm saying. It's like honestly, I need a magic man who had a dollar. Or however it goes. Yeah, give me $1 because I'm like my mother wants me like a bum on the side of the street. I don't know what she wants. Well, she put a dark spell on me.
Well, Bruce was really good because he lit all these nice smelling incenses.
Oh yeah,
I was able to.
Nice ones.
The house was cleaned. He cleaned it. He feng shuied it while I was writing all the legal work.
Sure did.
So that was really wonderful of him.
We hit a grand slam home run. We got the court calls. We're gonna show up there like fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi when he's like on another planet. Is showing up to talk to like the Council of Jedis and shit.
Filing the paperwork is very difficult. It's not just like stick it in the mail. It's kind of like you have to get a server and then had to fax all these paperworks that had to be filled out perfectly over to a special number, and then they made it very difficult because the hearing is not just. I mean, it's good. It's in our favor because it's going back into the guardianship.
And it was denied.
Probate court. It's not going into the civil domestic violence court because there was no facts that she alleged that I actually had a reason to have a restraining order.
No, because she says that it was I that pushed her when she was the one throwing punches and I got in between my wife and my own mother.
And she said that I stalked her. Stalking means that you come by the house. We went once.
For one vacation with my daughter, and then we showed up to drop her off after we told the bitch that on the phone that, hey, plans changed. The bitch answered the phone. Okay, the bitch that's trying to steal Christmas answered the phone and said, oh, okay, cool. And she still goes to Walmart anyway. I mean, they had the intention on getting restraining orders on us. They want us to turn in our weapons. Maybe this is karma for making me turn in some good guy's weapons. Oh, but the good guy did say he was going to shoot my balls off.
He didn't get his weapons taken.
Anyway, I'm just fucking around. That's an inside joke.
I know.
But my mother...
But your father has a restraint. The fact is...
he turned in his weapons, that fat son of a bitch.
The fact is that it's a retaliation, directed retaliation.
Oh, well, you forgot to say. He said he was going to come here mano a mano, like some fucking Clint Eastwood shit, and shoot me in the balls. Right? So we had to punch him in the balls.
Your father or the guy you used to work with?
My father.
Okay.
What guy I used to work with? What are you talking about?
Your father didn't say anything about punching you in the balls.
Okay, you're getting people confused
Did
now.
your father say he was going to punch you in the balls?
No, okay, shut up, please. We had to... No, because now you're going round and round. No, you need to come back. You see what she does? I have, like, such a huge listenership now, and you're going to hear over the years that my wife is, like, fucking crazy with me. I mean, we could either fight or fuck on this show. She's getting things confused. That's why I told her to shut up for a second. Because now she's confused with some guy that tried to shoot me like 5 years ago. No, my father recently said he was going to try to shoot me in the ball. Jah Jah, come back, please. I had some things I was going to talk to you about. She needs to come back. Okay, you know what I need? I need, like, for all you Dragon Ball Z fans, I got a nephew that likes Dragon Ball Z. Hey, you know that Broly, the Broly movie? Jah Jah turns into Broly sometimes. I need that one, that glove that the father controlled him with. Because she just goes nuts, you know? And then eventually I won't be able to control it with the glove. Anyway, she's back.
Did you not file a restraining order from a guy you used to work with that said he was going to shoot you in the balls?
Oh, that guy. That was the guy with the inside joke. Yes. He's back on radio, actually.
So there's no reason to tell me to shut up over the air because it's very disrespectful, Bruce.
Well, I'm known as the most disrespectful show host. So what are you going to do? You going to be my mommy and spank me on there?
No, but I'll walk off your show like I did.
Hey, we got a new subscriber. Thank you for subscribing to the Bruce Montalvo show. And, it's getting nuts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We have, like, a listenership over the past month. The listenership increased by, like, 300 listeners.
Wow.
So I want to thank you, everyone, for tuning in. On iHeartRadio, on iTunes. I mean, just thank you so much for tuning in to the Bruce Montalvo show. You can find us on Twitter at Bruce Montalvo and at Jah Jah. So, isn't our life as strange as Stranger Things?
Yeah. Well, like I was saying,
I mean, we're literally like remote viewing like people too, you know.
If you actually
really.
can do that, close your eyes, go into a meditative space, really clear out everything, and visualize the person.
Okay, before you get into the remote viewing, I just want to tell our audience that, even after all that paperwork we told you we filed and all the witchiness, because you got to protect yourself. People trying to sue you, right? I mean, we don't just do fucking witchcraft like druids, We're just like, when people fuck with you, shit gets serious.
Yeah, you have to take legal action. You have to be appropriate.
Exactly. So what do you do to unwind after it all? What do you do to unwind after it all? Well, I tell you what we do. We've been watching Stranger Things. Why don't you tell the audience about Stranger Things?
Well, Stranger Things,
That's a great show.
It's
my favorite show.
It's based in Montauk, and actually, although on the show it takes place in Indiana, and even probably
all those stories from the Camp Hero and the weird alien stories,
the Montauk Project.
Oh, the CIA totally wrote their script for them. But anyway, go on.
MK Ultra. So.
Oh, they talk about that on the show.
I was watching, the acting, and I'm a very big Ingmar Bergman fan. I've seen a lot of his movies, most of them. I think I've probably seen all of them.
You guys know where this is going if you're seasoned fans of the Bruce Montalvo show. Anyway, go on.
So I'm watching Ingmar Bergman, and this I'm watching this show, and I'm thinking that there's like some level of Ingmar Bergman involved, and it kept coming to me it wasn't my logical mind. It was like a metaphysical mind that said something about Ingmar Bergman. Ingmar Bergman. It wasn't like I didn't hear any voices or anything, but it was like a thought that didn't really feel like mine. So I felt in a way like I was remoting something, and I went back and I checked today. And I looked up Ingmar Bergman, and I looked up his woman, and I know, because I know there's this Liv Ullmann, and it was like a lot of women with him. And in Stranger Things, she's calling out Papa, and there's she's number 11. There was 11 kids. Obviously, they only talk about 2 of them so far. But
there's so much hidden Illuminati symbolism in Stranger Things. First of all, the numerology. For those who don't know, 11 is the death and the rebirth, and then number 8, they got all sorts of them, like you mentioned, all the way, these kids are being experimented on, or it's like MK Ultra experiments. Seriously, Nazi Mengele experiments.
They even mentioned Nazi blood, and the Germans have the other master race on one of the last episodes, actually.
Yeah. But 11 representing, this is how hidden the symbolism is. It represents basically the death and the rebirth and faith. And then number 8, which represents love. And again, that one's supposed to be like one of her sisters, right? It goes in to find her. The number 8, which also represents Saturn, and the number 8. So you see how occult this show really is. They're not telling you, and they show you what they show. When they go in the library to do some research, the cop, he pulls up an article that says MK Ultra exposed. And like I said, these are seriously, they admit to these Nazi, trying to open up the veil between the worlds type experiments.
Mm-hmm. And she always puts a blindfold on her eye, and then
to remote view. That is remote viewing. And again, that it's based on facts because. Again, the Russians with this Project Scanate, and they've been trying to remote view the Russians. The Russians try to develop it back and forth. So this is based on true stories.
She would put on like a TV, but she would use the white snow of the TV.
Oh, it's based on the Montauk Files.
Yeah, where I grew up every summer, and anyway.
So did you feel it was really like culty there in Montauk? I mean, you grew up there every summer. How culty was it? Did you see like some zombie people?
No, but we had a friend growing up that actually, I mean, he was a really good friend, and he was not a liar, and he was in panic mode one evening. We were hanging out, and we met Timmy, and he said, his name was Timmy Scott, he goes, that to my brother and I, and he was in panic that he saw a UFO, and he described it, and he really saw some kind of.
So again, Stranger Things, and this is based like in the 80s, the late 70s. Stranger Things is based off the Montauk Project.
The 80s, I don't know, but anyway, so what I wanted to talk about was that I was, in fact, remote viewing something that was going on another level of Stranger Things.
Because you're known to do that on this show. You one of your specialties is coming up with these theories of doppelgangers and Nazi monarchy and families put into Hollywood.
Yeah, I don't really think it's a theory. It's definitely a fact. So there's actually a lot of literature to back up my statements, Bruce.
Pretty ballsy of you. They don't call you Jah Jah for nothing, right?
I mean, the whole Rustic Canyon thing. I mean, even that guy Dave McGowan was talking about that. So
he was, emphasis on was.
Yeah, I mean, he passed away, but I mean, there's a whole history. I mean, I pulled up books. I pulled up plenty of books that talk about how the Nazis were involved in Hollywood. But that being said, I thought the girl, her name is Millie Bobby something, Billy, whatever. The girl who plays 11, she was acting very amazing. She's an awesome actress, actually, but it was almost to a perfection. And I think it was something Swedish about the way she was, not only the way she looked, but the way she was acting. Because there was this movie called Persona, and I've seen that a few times. Actually,
it's a Bergman movie.
Bergman movie, Persona, and she seemed to encompass some of the attributes to the stylistic elements of Bergman actresses. So I don't know. I thought about it, and then like the third show, this particular character showed up at the school. And they said, "Oh, we don't know who this person is. Who is that? Oh, it's my cousin. Oh, she's Swedish." And then it was like, okay, so that
we looked at each other because you were just saying also something about that her acting was very Swedish. And then we're watching the episode, and the kid says that the girl's Swedish.
The girl's Swedish. So, although she's not supposed to be really Swedish, it was just a lie he made up in school. But I looked.
You know what I like? I like Swedish meatballs. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, IKEA, right? So you could. So whatever. Anyway, I did a search today, and I found out that, in fact, Ingmar Bergman had many, many, many women. I think there were like 4 wives, and then there was like many known lovers that he had on paper. There are 10 kids. 2 of them are blacked out. So I looked at them and I said, okay, this girl. Anyway, the girl 11, she looks exactly like young Ingmar Bergman. She has the exact ears. They even put her in the same stupid haircut when she was at first. The first episode.
And also 11 is short for Elohim, and actually El, the Jewish god. A god. So she is, portraying herself as a trickster god or some type of
Well, she has
some type
powers.
of interdimensional. She could be some interdimensional deity her damn self. I mean, you see these deities literally taking possession of these kids, like the Will kid.
Well, it comes from the
Possessed
indigo.
by that dark spirit that goes right inside of him, and it's like roots that are under the city they live in that are connected with his internal central nervous system. What an insane show it is.
Yeah, I mean, these kids were always, I was a big Project Camelot listener back, years ago.
They do great shows.
And
Jordan Maxwell, John Lear, a lot of great people have been on.
Yeah, no, but she used to get into the remote viewing, Carrie Cassidy,
Right.
and talk about the children. She had a lot of interviews with people who used to have they used to take away children.
Oh yeah, that goes back to the men who stare at goats. So that's a true story again. But go on.
Yeah, but specifically, those are old men. Those are old men that are in the army. These particularly are children. They think have extra special powers because they're
That's
young
right.
and unadulterated. No pun intended. But they're pure
Until they turn them into bunga bunga kids. Anyway, keep going.
Well, and they end up, they hold hands. They're like, it's like there's something called the magic key or the key something or the master key, and then they would do these ceremonies, and they'd have them hold hands, like Ring Around the Rosie style, and they'd go into these, they'd have like superpowers, like 8 of them. I think it's 8. I think it has to be 8. So, anyway, they were doing these kind of experiments to see if these kids could have powers. And then
Right.
in this particular show, this girl does have a lot of powers. She's
Like I
able-
said, it's like these Mengele Nazi Angel of Death type experiments that they've gone from covert to overt. Like they're literally showing you the Nazism right in your face.
Right. Anyway, so I went back and I looked at all the kids, and I realized that every single one of those actors were a descendant of Ingmar Bergman.
Well, that's your theory. They could possibly be a descendant. Now she can fight me tooth and nail and say no, it is,
It's definitely.
and it is.
It's definitely. Okay, first of all, I want to give you my credentials. I went to art school.
Yes,
I went
please.
to Cooper Union and NYU, so I have a master's in art, and I have worked in many
Oh,
museums.
you turned me
alright?
into a master of film. You put on Luis Buñuel, and you're totally sophisticated Bruce overnight. But keep going.
Okay, I also went to federal court.
And she's sexy too.
I also went to federal court and to the
and not to
appellate-
mention your tits look great.
And you just cut me off.
Yes.
Okay. So I went to federal court to to fight somebody who was robbing me, and a copyright infringement charge, and the judge called me an expert witness because I was comparing all of the works that were stolen.
And
Now,
there's a lot of assholes that went on the internet also slandered you and said you didn't know your ass from your elbow. But again,
Why are you saying
no,
that?
No. But I'm
That-
saying,
that's not for
can
the
I?
audience to
No.
even know
But
about.
that's.
'Cause I don't even know about
Hey,
that.
calm down. Whoa, I don't even know if you made my mic fucking short circuit. You've done it twice. I think you're like L. No. There's a lot of assholes from like the Lavender Club they say, oh no, she was totally crushed by the judge. But then there was a judge that said you were an expert.
Wasn't. No, I wasn't totally crushed. Maybe the first time around, my
Right,
lawyer was crushed by
Anyway.
the judge. Yes, they did crush him.
They gave you bad press, good press, bad press.
Yes,
you know?
I had a lot of good press too, Bruce. So why are you talking about any bad press? But besides the point, thank you. They did say that I was an expert, and I did get something overturned. I got my state claims overturned in court.
That's
and
huge.
The lawyers
That's huge.
from one of the parties shook my hand and said, "I can't believe you just did that. You did fantastic."
Okay,
for a
so
pro
why?
se."
Calm down. So
Because you're
why?
making me defend myself when I'm trying to tell a story.
Shut up, please.
I'm trying to
tell you to calm down because why are you worried about it? Why are you worried about my mother then? If you're this fucking bad, your Spurs are this bad with the law. You should know we're gonna crush this bitch and fold her into a burrito.
Because it's your mother. It's my mother-in-law. I don't want to be in fucking court with my mother-in-law. It's like, what crime did I do to that fucking bitch? She's just like trying to test my power because she's such a witch. She really is.
Well, guess what? Don't hold back on the Kamehameha. Okay, just let her fucking have it. Okay, why don't you go Super Saiyan times 3 on this bitch?
Look,
I'm
I don't
serious.
have the money. It's not like I'm not trying to sit around all day and
I don't care.
and do work and
Go ahead.
file shit on your mother.
Go SSJ3 on the bitch.
Bruce, we have work to do.
Yeah, I
and we
know.
make jewelry.
And speaking of that, before you have a total like train wreck, let's tell our listening audience where they could listen. Not only where they could listen because they're listening now, but where they could buy the best one of a kind jewelry made by us. Well, you see how much energy we put into it. You're gonna get this energy bracelet. You're gonna be like Jimi Hendrix, being able to cut down the side of a mountain with the edge of your hand. Okay, seriously, one of a kind, beautiful jewelry. We got some great holiday sales going on since Black Friday. 60% off. You can find us on Facebook at Conceptual Subculture, at Antique Obsessions.
All right, but you can find the stores on
tell them the rest.
Etsy. So you can go to Google and type in one word conceptual subculture.
Well, that's etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture.
Good, you finally remembered. So yeah, it's etsy.com/shop/conceptual subculture, or you could just type in conceptual subculture.
Well, I'm getting old, I'm forgetting things.
You'll hit the main page, and it will connect you to the other store as well, which is Antique Obsessions. So that's also, I'm sure you can do the same thing. Type in Etsy, Antique Obsessions with an S at the end.
And not Jeff Sessions, Antique Obsessions.
Yeah.
He acts like he's stoned on weed.
So I don't care about him right now.
Right.
But,
anyway, I care about my money. Right. Go on.
So we're creating one of a kind handmade jewelry.
Hey, could you believe it? No, look. Let's stop. Could you believe that El Gran freaking Presidente himself, Donald Trump, said, handmade, one-of-a-kind jewelry.
He said it's beautiful, handmade, one-of-a-kind jewelry.
They want to help businesses like Jah Jah with her jewelry get up and running and make $1 million fucking dollars. What an amazing president. Yo, Barack Hussein, fucking al-Baghdadi Obama, whatever the fuck, fucking turban head, he never said that he wanted to help out the Jah Jah like that.
You know what you need to do, Bruce? You need to get...
He had a bunch of whack-ass rappers in the White House. Why do they keep making whack rappers famous? But this president in here says handmade, one-of-a-kind, beautiful jewelry. This is incredible.
You know what you need to do, Bruce? You need to find the
what?
Yeah, find the audio clip and cut it out and use it for a commercial.
Oh,
where he says, wonderful, beautiful, handmade, one-of-a-kind jewelry.
You know what was awesome? He's standing behind a whole bunch of fucking Christmas trees, and they look great. Could you believe how beautiful the White House looks? We want to talk about artists. I mean, we're artists, but his wife, Melania, the first lady, totally decorated the White House. I mean, incredibly beautiful.
So I'm making
it's like a winter wonderland.
Right. It was fantastic.
It was.
So it was an art
worth
installation.
Mentioning.
Yeah. So we have a whole line of copper and sterling silver and real gemstones. So the two different stores that we split it up. One is more like tribal and energy work. There are even pendants, shamanic pendants and pendulums.
Because we're witchy on this show.
Yeah, and we use very pure
pure as gold
materials because
rain.
Like if I say it's copper, it's copper. It's not like copper plated or anything. If I say it's silver, sterling silver, it's sterling silver. I'm not lying.
Yeah, we're not like the Mexicans over the border selling you alpaca and shit, calling it sterling silver. Right. Oh yes, my friend, it has stamped. You want watered down tequila? Ha 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 ha!
We have prices at all ranges, so you can't tell me that you can't afford it because we have prices. We have a 60% off sale. Some things you can even find for $7, $10, $12. Some things are obviously more expensive. And then the sterling silver that we repurpose into big, huge cups, they're marketably more expensive, in the hundreds. And even when we repurpose the very rare Tiffany, it's in the thousands. So, and they're really stunning, really rare. And what we do with them is spectacular.
You're paying for my man labor and all the hours of labor.
Not just that, you're paying for the repurposing of an antique.
Well, you're getting an actual tangible asset
like
here.
A Tiffany.
Okay, you're getting silver. You're getting a real wealth. Okay, your money is just being circulated. It's just debt. Okay, but if you invest in silver, if you invest in precious metals like what we have, okay, it's actually wearable art as well. Not only do you look good, but you got your money on you. I mean, you see that crazy gangster bitch Hillary? She's got like fucking like 9 gold bangles on one arm. The bitch looks like Mr. T.
I wish she was my mother-in-law instead of your fucking mother.
Yeah, then we'd be elite, and then we'd be rich, and I'd be like, I don't care about global warming. I'm gonna fund it anyway, even though I know it's fake because it makes me rich.
But anyway, back to the back to the show Stranger Things, is that I did a
Yeah, let's go back to
comparison. Now that I've proven my proof that I am an expert witness, the children.
You have expert art too and expert jewelry, but
Yeah.
the children. Yeah.
The kids all look exactly like one or more of the sisters and brothers. The whole cast of Stranger Things are related to Bergman. And I mean, from the smiles to the hair to the eyes to every single one was like one of his 10 or 11 kids. Kids, you know, so he was probably a great-grandfather to some of these little kiddies.
So
now.
you remote viewed their family, and you figured out that Stranger Things. If you tried out for Stranger Things, you waste your fucking time because they were only letting in Bergman family members.
And not only because her acting was so impeccable and she got so emotive with her. Her depiction of her character.
You know, she kind of reminded me. She kind of reminded me of Darth Vader and Yoda.
Yeah, she was amazing. Anyway, she is amazing. She's an amazing actress. And Bruce said what they did to her. The whole show was really based on like what they did to her to get her to act like that, because that's the thing, is that they. You know, in order to be in excellence, in perfect tip-top shape, and to excel and rise above the standard acting levels, and there's, you know, considering it's such a competitive and long-standing art, that she had to go deep inside of herself, and they had to fucking train her like a motherfucker.
Like Nazis.
Like Nazis.
You're going to be perfect.
You're going to be the best, and nothing is going to mess you up.
Yeah, they got
and you're
like
going to do it with learning about.
Yeah, they got like a little whip there, and they're hitting her like every other second.
And she was screaming, "Papa, Papa," and
Yeah.
he was the one hurting her. And then the other guy took her in under her wing, and then the cop did. And then she was saying, "You're just like my papa." And then it turns out that she has this unnatural. It was funny. Unnatural hate for this redhead girl who she thought liked her, the guy that really liked her. But in fact, it wasn't the case, because the redhead liked the black kid. But I don't know what. That's why it was super strange for her to have an unnatural reaction to this.
Yeah,
girl.
she like knocked her off the skateboard.
Yeah,
we're giving away.
and she wouldn't shake her
We're
hand.
coming down here. We're giving away all the spoilers.
Okay, but I gotta tell the details.
Even Bob gets killed. How about that?
I'm not going to tell the details, Bruce. I'm just talking about the psychological.
Yes,
very
go on about the thing with the redhead.
So she has a very strange relationship. Well, I know something about Ingmar Bergman, is that he was with Liv Ullmann, and then there was this B.B. Anderson, okay, which he had a kid with, and then there was Liv, and then there was like 4 other women. But
this is Bergman, the film
director.
Yeah.
So in fact, the redhead is a right descendant. She looks just like Liv Ullmann, the wife, and the girl Bobby, the actress, the girl plays 11. She looks like B.B. Anderson, which would create B.B. Anderson.
Oh,
okay, one of Igmar's loves.
Don't have a cow, okay?
Did you call me a cow? I'll call you something else then, Bruce.
What are you gonna say? I got blubber titties? You know I don't. I got a great.
Why
chest.
are you saying that?
Because there's a lot of like new listeners listening, and in case that they don't know, I have a great chest, not blubber titties. And you, I'm gonna remind them, you have great tits. No, you really do.
Well,
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Look, this is modern day presidential of me. Okay?
But anyway, this girl in 11 has an unnatural dichotomy relationship with this other redhead, and it didn't make sense. There was a competition that really didn't even need to be there, but it would make sense if they were recreating their own great grandmother's relationship to Ingmar Bergman.
And that's what they did. You remote viewed the whole damn thing. The show's about remote viewing, and you remote viewed them. So hey, Netflix, why don't you give us a fucking show, huh?
No, they'll base shows like Big Mouth off of you.
Oh yeah? So I'm spanking my monkey all day because a dick demon's telling me to do it?
Yeah.
That's not true. Anyway, folks, I finally figured out what the Mickey Mouse ears mean.
What?
You know that Egyptian deity Anubis?
Yes.
He had big old fucking ears, too.
Wow.
It was like racking my mind. I was like, yo, where the hell do those ears come from? And I sat down and I was thinking, like the thinking man in the statue. And that's what I came up with.
Oh, wow.
And actually, it's documented out there, you know.
Oh, wow.
Here's some other stuff, okay, because we're full of knowledge on the show before we go. Did you know, I mean, it makes sense. You said, hey, Bruce, whenever you think about your mother who's suing me, or suing us, and kidnapped my child, you know, it's a crazy bitch. Whenever you think about her, when make sure you think about her when you're taking a shit.
I said that a year ago. I said, when you go to the bathroom, why don't you try to visualize your mother's face when you're taking a shit?
Yeah, and our Paulero connection, he said something interesting too, didn't he? Why don't you explain it to the audience, and then I'll elaborate further.
He said that Luciferian sex magic is done through the woman's vagina. You can channel angels, and through the anus, you can channel demons.
Now, that makes sense because for some reason, every time I took a dump, I'd do like the devil horns. I'd be like, yeah! Like I was like, at a Metallica concert, I was like Goku going Super Saiyan. So it makes sense now. So whenever you're taking a shit, it's like expelling a demon.
Right.
And that's why they call it the astral whatever, right? Astral. Or the ass abyss. Right? The ass abyss. And it's funny because the Virgin Mary, they make her kind of look like a vagina a little bit, like the opening of a vagina, and then the little Dagon fish is kind of like a vagina, and like the little butt, You know what I'm saying? I mean, look, seriously, okay, religious symbolism, iconography, it's all sexual. If you don't think it's sexual, then, you're not looking hard enough.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go, disgusting modern art minute. As if Mexican Americans couldn't even look any worse. For some reason, the New Yorker popped up in front of me. There's some big old Mexican American fat woman with big old blubber titties. Fat. I'm talking about she eats grease manteca tacos every day. Totally fat and disgusting. I mean, you know what? It kind of reminds me of my sister. That's all I'm gonna say.
This is pretty chubby for
Mexican American photographer's body on display and invisible. Let me tell you something. I wish it was invisible. Okay, look at this monstrosity. Jah Jah, you gotta look at this monstrosity.
I saw it already, Bruce. It's gross.
It is the most disgusting. It's like fat lard that you use for tamales. Now, we don't use that for tamales because those are disgusting tamales. Don't eat lard tamales, folks. But literally, this fat photographer taking pictures of herself. These fucking liberals have like a derangement syndrome. They're just crazy, okay? Mexican American. Look, first of all, if you have Mexican descent, just call yourself American, okay? Stop dressing it up all fucking fancy and trying to create labels and trying to divide people. You fucking schmucks, right?
I'm a Greek American. I'm a Turkish American. I'm an Iranian, Turkish, Spanish American. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's stupid, So I mean, there's Black, there's African Americans, but what about? I'm a West Indian American. I'm a West Indian. I'm from Jamaica.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, what if we're all a bunch of fucking octopus aliens? Well, they're saying the octopuses are like not human; they're alien. Where the fuck did the octopuses come from, huh? Okay, how are the flies turning gay? We know that with heart. They drop the temperature a little bit, and the flies go totally gay. Today,
stop dissing flies.
Today, hold up. You're getting me off my comedic timing here. I went out to go put out the mail. Okay, I went out to go put out the flippin' mail, and a bunch of gay flies having sex on my mailbox. I heard them. They're just deplorable. They're like, yeah, we're on your mailbox with gay flies. Woo! We're gonna buzz around in your face with a gay fly sex.
Yeah.
Can't stand them.
The flies are getting smarter, actually, in fact. I think they have an actual intelligence that's bigger than you think. Okay, because they wait by the window and they try to get my attention, but not to bother me, but just to try to tell me to take them out.
We're going to talk about flies again.
Yeah.
Anyway, I looked it up. In the Urban Dictionary, they do have something called the angel's vagina. And in the way the vagina is like a vortex. It's like bringing you in to this reality, or this holographic reality. And again, the anus, Satan emerges from your anus. So there you go. Look at this. Satan is literally like a butt demon. You hear astral projection. That's an astral projection when you go to take a dump in the bathroom, right? And you said it, Luciferian magic. They consider the vagina to be some type of angel vagina, like the vagina is an angel vortex, and the anus is a exit for demons to come out. So it's like plop, plop, ploppity, plop, plop.
You're getting rid of the toxins, and that is part of it. You know, it's releasing the stuff that your body doesn't need. It's the excess shit, you know. So, but you know, you said something about octopus being aliens, and in fact, the Stranger Things, the interdimensional deity, is sort of octopus looking.
Yes, and you know what? Oh, you're gonna hit it out of the park with this one. I think they stole a little bit from H.P. Lovecraft, and that deity is actually quite reminiscent of the Cthulhu or Yog Sagoth. Now, you bet your bottom dollar on that. I'll take you to the bank with it. I mean, it totally looks like Cthulhu. It was fucking creepy. It's like this huge black wind, like if you puffed a whole bunch of weed smoke and it turned into a demon. Yeah, but it's black like fog in the form of like a spider octopus that like all this wind just rushes into like this child's soul. It goes right into it, turns him cold, and like he's connected to the demon that its roots are running underground, beneath the city. Like this hollow earth, and they got these like reptilian dogs that are like part Venus flytrap, part like reptoid or pitbull.
Yeah, but it's funny because if you scroll back to conspiracies and strange occurrences, you can look up washed up monster on Montauk Beach.
Oh yeah, you know what?
Was that?
Yeah. No, there was an actual like mutant dog that washed up to the shores of it was Plum Island actually.
No, it washed up. No,
it was
Montauk.
You're right.
On Montauk.
Right.
Sure. And Plum Island is not too far from Montauk, and that's the thing.
They've had stuff float up ashore on there too. But here's the thing: a lot of people think, "Oh, reptilians, that's a bunch of bullshit." The ancient Japanese, they believed in reptilian water demons. Reptilian water demons and shapeshifters. They even have a temple devoted to the reptilian water demon.
Yeah, well, they are. I mean,
wow.
Look at them. I mean, the octopus is creepy.
They had pterodactyls on the temple of Isis in Egypt. They
were artists everywhere. They would imagine.
Yeah, but where did they imagine them from? I mean, from the astral plane, from our mind's eye.
Do you know how many creatures I made up? I'm a visual artist, Bruce. So
and again, it's like the Akashic record. Everything you make up goes somewhere. It turns something. It's like an energy of something. It goes somewhere. It's like a giant conductor. Everything you do. So, I mean, just because dinosaurs aren't real in this reality, it doesn't mean that the astral projection of them didn't go into some other dimension and actually become fucking so.
You know what? As an artist, you can start drawing one animal and turn him into another. Your child did that the other day. She made a cat, a turkey? So, I mean, this is not really very intellectual.
You gotta love her, folks.
Okay, it's on the very basic scale of how creativity works. So, you just mix up some crocodile and a person, and you get a crocodile head.
Wasn't it crazy that after I lit the protection candles for us, because we're being psychically attacked by the psychic vampire that is my mother, they melted in the form of a crocodile or alligator, which is symbolic of fierce protection.
Yeah, well, I saw that, but I said, you didn't see that at first. And I walked over, I said, because it's like there's bibliomancy, and then there's also like candlemancy. I don't know what it means. There's another word for it, but you can watch you're supposed to after you burn a candle, you're supposed to look at the candle wax and see what the messages tell you and what you see in it. So I picked them both up. I said, well, these are two very clear crocodiles to me. I mean, it's a perfect silhouette of the crocodiles. I said they're both crocodiles, and then there was another one that was totally like a weird person, but this one was totally, two of them were crocodiles. They look like two protections. He says, I said, go find out what a crocodile means in mysticism. And so then he found out after the fact that it meant extreme protection.
That's the thing. All I know is that I don't know nothing, so I'm open to all the knowledge in the world by knowing that.
Yeah, it was very cool. It was very fun and exciting and unique.
It's either that or I heard that in the Operation Ivy song. Anyway, folks, aren't they getting the first snowfall now, finally? The first snowfall in... What'd you say, England the other day?
Yeah, one of our buyers told me that.
So it's beginning to feel a lot like Christmas all around the world. Like, it's like literally Christmas. Like we went into this before we go. We went into this little like German shop, a little European cutesy little shop, and you got all your favorite marzipans, and we got the pickled herring from Germany. It's just a great little bodega. But it reminded me of like a New York bodega kind of.
What is it? World Market?
World Market, yeah. They're big, aren't they? They're pretty big. And we got a free gift. They gave us a freaking ornament for Saturnalia. Isn't that something? So the first snow is already falling, and as Saturnalia has begun, and Saturnia, we got a whole bunch of German goodies, didn't we?
Yeah, we got a Belgian chocolate. Not Godiva, because Godiva's not Belgian anymore. And couple of other things, that was very hard to find here. And we got some German herring. It was kind of pricey because in Germany, in the supermarkets there, I mean, in the ones that are like supermercados, like
El supermercado.
But they're huge. You can walk down like 3 full aisles filled with different flavors of herrings.
Wow!
And each of them, they're huge. They're big ones. Many different brands. There's like 50, 60, maybe more flavors. I mean, they have so many flavors of the herring. It's like 50 cents each, like 40 cents, 30 cents. Very inexpensive. But here they're like $5.
Oh, yeah, they charge $5. Oh, I bet all the Lebensborn and little hidden Mischling, all the little Nazis go in there inside little lederhosen and get the Saturnalian festivities, yeah, for Krampus.
Yeah, you could get stuff from England there.
But I instantly felt like it was Christmas when I walked in there. I mean, it's amazing how connected to Christmas the Germans are. Mm-hmm. And they got me in the fucking Christmas spirit as soon as I walked in there. I mean, those waffle cookies, those little Belgian waffle crisps. Oh my God, Janine, oh my God.
Well, they're Belgian.
Okay, oh my God.
If you think the French are good cooks, the Belgian are better. Germans are good, for some things, but, it's not like it's the best food in the world. But
I'm like totally in the fucking Christmas spirit.
Yeah, but it's good.
Despite summoning Kali to destroy my mother. Oh my God, did I just say that on air? Oh my, you don't know if he's joking or if he means it. No, really.
Bruce means it.
I mean it.
His mother is awful.
Okay, I'm sticking my tongue out bigger than Michael Jordan, okay, and praying to Kali to destroy my mother and then to create my life so that my life could be created because she's the destroyer and the life giver.
The bitch filed a permanent restraining order on me with no substantive facts. None. Not at all. It's not. Oh, I harassed her. Oh, when we were calling to find out if Bruce could talk to his daughter after 7 months she was keeping him. I'll bring that to court, you fucking cunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abracadabra. All right. That's right. I don't know. I just wanted to say that. Abracadabra. I'm gonna reach out and grab you. No, I am. I'm gonna reach out and grab you, bitch. I'm gonna destroy you. You're gonna call me Kali, I'm gonna freaking cut your fucking head off just like Kali cuts heads off, bitch.
The funny thing is that the very first time you were on my show, Damage Control.
Oh, that's good stuff.
I said to you, we had a really nice rapport, and I said to you, I don't know, I was getting a reading, and I didn't look at it. I looked in my mind, and I said, hey, Bruce, somebody's a witch in your family, your mother's a witch? He said he vehemently denied it. Oh no!
I was a different Bruce in those days. I didn't care. Now I'll go out and I'll offend people. It's a good thing I'm not in Brooklyn because I'd be making like Hitler snowmen. Because I know how much they offend people. I'll be making a Hitler snowman. But I didn't care back then. Hitler's fine. Wait, the ducks, Donald Duck made a Hitler snowman in the cartoon. What are you talking about?
Okay, but Walt Disney was.
Hey, you know what I found
Nazi.
out? Oh yeah, Mickey Mouse might as well have been wearing a fucking Nazi fucking regalia. Listen to me. I found out why like a whole bunch of bastards said that Jah Jah, you're like a tranny, even though you're like the sexiest woman I married, because your name actually is derived not just Hallelujah, but it's Jehovah. And Jehovah was a freaking tranny, a hermaphrodite. That's why everybody, like Marilyn Manson, tries to be a tranny, and all these people try to be trannies now because they're bowing down to you, Jah Jah. They're bowing down to Jehovah, the actual tranny, not you. So I just want you to put out a statement out there. What do you think of Jah Jah Jehovah being an actual tranny? You not being a tranny, but the name, the God actually being a tranny. They look at it, it's got a wiener.
I have no comment.
She's speechless.
Mine
He's got like a total chode right there.
My name came from pure, Rastafarianism. So
now you know whenever there's a dick out there talking shit, he's just like some occultist with the Illuminati, like saying, "Ha ha, Jehovah is a tranny, ha ha," and he thinks it's gonna bother you, but it isn't. That's the upside down world we live in.
There's nothing tranny about me. So.
Oh no! Hey, I can vouch for that. I've test driven her, and I bought the fucking car. I have the title. Damn it!
The keys to my Beamer.
Hey, Dick drives this show, not pussy, but we grab it by the pussy. You've been listening to the Bruce Montalvo show, and we're gonna sign off. The show's been very witchy. This is probably one of the witchiest shows we've ever had since that first Damage Control we did. Where you discovered my mother was a witch.
I knew it.
You remote viewed it.
I remote viewed his mother. Yeah. That's why, another reason why I know that I'm right about all those characters on Stranger Things. They're all descendants of Ingmar Bergman, all of his 11 kids, his great-grandchildren. They're all acting to perfection. They groom, they run into rooms, MK Ultra to be the perfect man, the best actress or actor you can be, because that is what they are trying to be, and they have learned in the style of Ingmar Bergman.
Incredible, Jah Jah. Hey, I love you. It's fun to go toe-to-toe with you on the show. Anyway, folks, thank you for listening to the Bruce Montalvo Show. Let me tell you something. I got some heavy-duty big league fucking interviews. I got retired NSA Willem Benny coming on. I got Professor Jim Fetzer coming on. I got the legend George Maxwell coming on.
Amazing.
I can't stop hitting home runs. Did you hear that fucking interview I did with John Lear? It shattered the firmament. Now, I'm gonna go make marzipan decorations. See ya!
You're listening to MBN Montalvo Broadcasting Network.